Hey guys, thank you for joining me here at Major Arcanum. I've already pre-shuffled the cards so that we can get started right away. This will be a nearly personal reading for the collective all zodiac signs for the next 24 hours. So I'll start with the desires and fears spread. I'll do a tarot reading and then I'll give you an opportunity to ask a question about how to move forward in a certain situation. And one final card from the universe has your back. So to start, we have the Four of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Nine of Cups. Oh, nice. I like it. So, the Four of Cups energy, this card is in the desires position, and this card represents habits. So I feel like there's a desire for you to want to break habits, to change into something different, whether in a personal relationship, romantic relationship, or business partnership, or whatever the situation is. I feel like you want to change habits, and this could, maybe it doesn't have to do with anybody else involved, but I just simply feel like this is your desire to change habits, change cycles, make something different or appear different. The Queen of Wands energy, this card is in the fear position, and this card is representing undressing. So I feel like with this change that you desire, breaking habits, you also don't want to become too vulnerable, right? When you're unclothed, you're in a compromising position. You're a little bit vulnerable to people's judgment, or what's the word, criticism. And so I feel like there's a fear of being vulnerable and fear of getting criticized for whatever it is that you're doing to change things up a little bit. But the Nine of Cups, this card is representing euphoria. So I feel like whatever change you make is going to give you a euphoric kind of feeling. I feel like there's going to be this sense of at least appreciation for the risk that you've taken, that whether it turned out good or bad, there's a sense of like victory for even taking a step to make some changes. And I feel like it will likely progress into consistent changes down the line. I feel like you're gonna like that feeling and want to keep doing that, to keep feeling or experiencing that feeling. So we're gonna pull some cards for the current energy. Let's see what's going on for the next 24 hours. Current energy, Two of Swords, crossed by the Ace of Swords, Seven of Rods, Eight of Swords, the World card, Page of Swords, Seven of Cups, Page of Cups, Five of Rods, and the Hermit. Okay, so let's see. Can I see everything? I'll bring it into the camera as I go along. So the first card, current energy, is the Two of Swords. And this card is representing kind of like blind trust or blind faith, that you're taking someone else's lead. Maybe you were inspired by somebody else, and so you're having this blind faith that they took a risk and it worked out for them, so you'll take this risk and have positive or optimistic feelings about what the outcome will be. So having blind faith that things are going to work out. The Ace of Swords is this new beginning, and I feel like there's some changes that you're about to make but haven't made them yet, and that's why this is in the crossing position or in the challenge position. I feel like there's still some hesitation, still this fear of being vulnerable, fear of making changes too quickly. But the Ace of Swords is a new beginning, and this is a new beginning of clarity, having clarity in your situation. And I feel like once you take that step forward, everything else is going to fall into place. So this seven of rods is maintaining control, and this is in the foundation, your foundation position or your motivation. So I feel like you really want to maintain control or take control of your life, take control of the outcome, take control of everything that's going on and everything that's happening, and really maintain it going from there. So I feel like this is you being more of an advocate for yourself. So in the recent past, this card represents a change in status. So it could be that something prompted these changes to start or to occur. So I feel like it could be a change of status, whether you were in a romantic relationship and things ended, you finally got closure, and so you're ready to move forward into something new and something more exciting. Could be that. Also, could be a change in status where maybe you just graduated, you got a diploma, and now you're ready to take the next step into your career, or possibly that you just got a promotion or started a new business or whatever the situation. This represents a change in status, and I feel like you want to, now that you have this new status and you've had closure with that past experience, I feel like this is you wanting to make changes so that you can be successful in the future in your new role, whatever that new role is. So the Eight of Swords in the crowning position, this card represents feeling stuck and not really seeing a way forward. But I do kind of feel like that might have been also attached to this recent past scenario or situation. I feel like you, while you were still in that situation, the prior situation, that you were unable to take control of things, to take control of how the outcome was going to be affected. And so I feel like this is what caused all these changes, that you did not like being reliant on other situations or other people or other scenarios. I feel like you did not like being reliant, and so you wanted to make these changes. So the Page of Swords in the immediate future is you wanting to learn how to become more authoritative, like learning, taking baby steps to be a boss. And so I feel like this change in status, I feel like while you might have been inspired by somebody else to be a boss, I feel like this is you learning to do things in your own way. So in the energy of, this is your energy, the Seven of Cups, this is you really exploring options and opportunities. And I feel like this is you making whatever the situation is, whether it's a job or a relationship, really making it your own, really making it so that you will be satisfied emotionally, physically, I feel like intellectually, whatever way you needed that stimulation. I feel like this is you exploring those options so that you can obtain it. Oh, look, the Page of Cups. This is in your environment and influences. Now, look at this. I said earlier that you had a change in status, and it could be that maybe you just recently had a child. And I only say that because this Page of Cups sometimes represents extending or growing your family, right? But it could also be just a happy surprise. I feel like there's good news involved in whatever the situation is, this whatever this change of status is, and that this is you nurturing an idea from like the birth of the idea all the way to its creation and beyond. So in the hopes and fears is this Five of Rods, and this card represents competition. Could also be jealousy. Maybe somebody sees the changes that you're making into this situation, and they're maybe envious of everything that you've accomplished so far and everything that you've accomplished on your own with just the birth of an idea, right? So I feel like somebody is maybe an onlooker is kind of envious, and maybe not even in a bad way. Maybe you were inspired by somebody and now maybe you're inspiring somebody else. But in the outcome position is this Hermit card. And this Hermit card represents seeking advice. And so this is somebody who is maybe older because they have this white beard, somebody definitely more mature, somebody who's been through certain situations similar to yours, and somebody that you are confiding in. So it could be a parental figure, grandparent, or a boss, possibly, maybe a mentor, somebody that you are often seeking guidance from. Maybe it's just a friend, right? So somebody that you often kind of bounce ideas back and forth like a soundboard for you. So it's somebody that you're confiding in these ideas. And so I feel like this is also somebody who your success is really a victory for them as well. Somebody who really feels euphoria, just like in this card. Somebody who feels euphoria through your successes. And so I feel like you're making somebody proud right now. No. So we're gonna separate these zodiac oracle cards into the planets. We'll separate them into the zodiac signs and also into the elements. So this will give you an opportunity to ask a certain question to see how you should move forward in whatever situation you're going through, right? So we'll talk about what the motivation is, how to move forward, and then what kind of energy you should place into the situation that you're asking about. So let's get started. For your motivation, Uranus. How you should move forward. Aries. And the energy, additional energy that you should put into the situation that you're asking about. Air. Not surprised. So your motivation for asking the question that you're asking about is Uranus, and this card represents changes, right? So you want to make changes, you want to make positive changes, and I feel like this is long-term changes, things that are going to impact you from now until like the rest of your life. And so I feel like your motivation for asking this question that you're asking is because you want to make some changes. Now, Uranus is also the card or the ruler of like technology, right? So I kind of feel like whatever endeavor you are working on, whatever you're focused on, whatever has all of your attention or most of your attention is something related to technology. So it could be online dating, could be a new project that you're trying to develop online, maybe a new business partnership or whatever. Whatever the situation is, I just feel like you really want some changes that are going to affect your life for the rest of your life. So that's what your motivation is. So the Aries card represents how you should move forward. And Aries is kind of the I will card. And I like to think of this as like, what would Aries do? So Aries is somebody who is very take charge, very take charge kind of person. Somebody who has that can do attitude, who doesn't really see failure as an option. And so I feel like this is you taking matters into your own hands. And we talked about that earlier, right? So I feel like this is you taking matters into your own hands to be successful and not really relying too much on others. Although I do feel like you have some confidant that you're kind of bouncing ideas back and forth with. But whatever the situation is that you're asking about, this card is telling you to take matters into your own hands and have that like no quit, can do attitude about it. So even when things get tough, and they will get tough, to have that no quit attitude. So the air card here is what kind of energy you should put into the situation. And this card is communication, right? So I feel like you do have that with this hermit card here. on the spread, that you have somebody that you're confiding in, somebody who is mature, somebody who's likely been through similar situations that you're able to bounce ideas off of. But don't just limit it there, right? Also, expand to the rest of your network, people who might be able to introduce, if it's an online situation, people who might be able to share their success stories or their aha moments or whatever the situation is. I feel like communication is going to be key in whatever situation you're asking about. So we're going to pull one final card from the universe has your back. Let's see what that card is. Let's see. Attack, pain, fear, judgment, and any form of separation are merely calls for help. So I do wish you so much luck in your situation. Thank you for being here with me and take care. Bye.